Hi and welcome to British Ants. Here we're going to do a little quick makeover of one of these. We bought these from a furniture store. We saw a lot of people using them, so we thought we'd get them. We filled one with water to test that it would take a high humidity, which it does. This is the cone drill bit that we're using on it. It's got different gauges. There's some plaster of Paris which we're going to use because I'm going to put some leaf cutters in it. So we drilled the holes very successfully, very easy, no cracking. We even applied quite a bit of pressure. So there's our two containers. We've added two grommets and put about ½ an inch, about 2 centimetres of plaster of Paris in there. We left that for a while. These are some of the bits we were playing around with, just seeing how versatile they were. There's a smaller one that we did for an Atta colony. This is my second personal Atta colony. We've kept it in this incubation tray with a bit of soil at the back, which keeps the humidity up. So we thought we'd plaster one of the smaller units up. We've added a grommet to one of the sides. I've just wet the plaster because I like to dry the plaster out thoroughly and then dampen it. And the plaster is very good for the leaf cutters. I prefer kind of cleaner setups, so you can really see the fungus. So this is a very small Atta colony. Got about 30 to 50 workers on that. A nice size fungus. And quite a fat queen. I never handle the queens or the fungus with my bare hands. I think it's good hygiene. I don't particularly think they want me touching their fungus either. So we just pop that in there. Paintbrushes are very good for handling ants, especially leaf cutters. I find the synthetic brushes, which is what this one is, it's very good. They seem to like attacking it, which makes the job of collecting them all up a lot easier. If this was a larger colony or a larger fungus with more workers, I would have added some a very small amount of anti-slip on the container that I'm transferring into, so that when I put them back in there they stay in there. But as there's not too many ants, it's not too worrying. I always find this part very therapeutic. I'm not sure if the ants do though. There we are. As you can see, these containers have lids already in the top. They're 20mm, 2 centimetres wide. They also fit the grommets, all the attachments that we sell. Again, you could use anti-slip around the circular hole on the inside. Will stop a small colony like that escaping quite easily, or you can just hand screw one of the grommets in the top. I have a number of little vents that I then drop into those. It seems to work quite well. Obviously with these smaller leaf cutters, they really need to be kind of sealed up. You really want to keep the moisture around the fungus. Any airflow around that fungus will dry it out, especially as it's small. As the colony grows, you can unblock the vent at the top and put a vent in there. But we've actually sealed that off. A small bit of cotton in the top is more than ample until the colony grows. We found these units very easy to drill. I've drilled a lot of plastic in the past, and you only have to almost look at it with a drill and they start to crack, but these didn't. And I actually applied quite a lot of pressure to one. You'll find that the cone drill bits are fantastic. They've got different gauges, so if you like making your own things, then this is definitely something to invest in. They're only about £5 to £10 for a cone drill bit. I've had one for near on 3 years, and I think I've drilled hundreds of pods with it. So there we are, there's our little, or my personal Atta colony transferred over. We blocked the lid to the main garden. We'll leave the outworld, or the feeding area, we'll leave that open. That's more than enough ventilation for that colony. And off to the far left you can see that we've got the larger ones drying off. As I said, we dry these off thoroughly overnight. We've got them on the radiator there. And then we'll dampen them down so that we can get the right moisture levels in there. Bit of anti-slip on the hole, that will stop anything coming out. Applied with a paintbrush. A few leaves, got roses in there. Favourite foods at the moment: roses, forsythia, grapes, apple. You will find occasionally it'll just go off something and they won't touch it for a while. That's quite normal. In their native environment they wouldn't naturally strip one area completely. They will vary the diet of leaves that they feed the fungus. So always keep testing new leaves, but obviously make sure they're not sprayed with a fungicide like some roses can be. So there we are. She's all happy in there. She'll go in the front room. Average temperature in there is around 18 Celsius to about 23. Won't go on a heat mat, don't use them. I don't like them. So there we are, all set up in the front room. So all I need to do is just add a few leaves and take a few crispy ones out. Plenty of fresh food. Those are the larger ones that we're going to put the Acromyrmex colony in. We'll do that at a later date, so that'll be a video for next week. This is the Acromyrmex colony that we're going to be putting in there. So I'm not looking forward to pulling that one apart. There's that colony really has grown. If you go back to our future videos on YouTube, you'll see that colony was, again, like a golf ball back in September. And it really has just taken off. Much faster than the Atta colony I had. Again, we use anti-slip on the outworld. They've got some oats, grape, rose leaves, rose flowers. They get fed every day. They do consume quite a lot. So there we are, coming and going. Not so fussy, these, quite easy to feed. So don't forget, if you want to win one of these, don't forget to subscribe and comment on our page, and we'll pick someone to win a set of these boxes that they can play around with themselves. So thanks for joining us, and have a good day.